Ninth class mathematics chapter number 7, arithmetic and geometric sequence, lecture number 15. So let's start our lecture. Today we start the chapter number 7 and exercise 7.1 and question number 1. Write the first three of the following. It means we have the question number 1 and part number 1, an equals to n plus 3, and we have to write the first three terms of that sequence. So very simple question and very simple exercise. We have the an equal to n plus 3. So for first three values, simply we put the n equal to 1, n equal to 2, and n equals to 3. When we put n equals to 1, it gives us first term. When we put n equal to 2, it gives us second term. And when we put n equals to 3, it gives us third term. Now, when we put n equals to 1, we replace the n with 1. So 1 plus 3, 4. It means a1 is 4 and a1 means first term. First term is 4. So when we put n equal to 2, it becomes 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Second term is 5. And when we put a equal to n equal to 3, it becomes a equal to 3 equal to 3 plus 3 equal to 6. So a3 is 6, which means third term is 6. So the sequence is a1, a2, a3, 4, 5, 6, which is your required sequence of the part number 1. Now let's start the part number 2. An equals to minus 1 whole power n cube. So now again we put the n equal to 1, n equals to 2, and n equals to 3. When we put n equals to 1, we get a1 equals to minus 1 whole power 1 and 1 cube, because we replace the n with 1. So when we replace the n with 1, here it becomes 1 whole cube. Okay, now minus 1 power 1 is minus 1 and 1 cube is 1. So minus 1 multiplied with 1 is minus 1. For n equals to 2, when we put n equal to 2, it becomes a2 means second term equal to minus 1 whole square 2 cube. 2 cube is 8 and minus 1 whole square is 1, because we know that when we take the square of the 1, it again comes 1. So 1 multiplied 8 is 8. Now for n equals to 3, when you put n equal to 3, it gives you a3. a3 means third term, and a3 equal to minus 1 whole cube multiply 3 whole cube. Minus 1 whole cube means when we take the minus 1 cube, it becomes minus 1, and 3 cube is 27. So when we multiply 27 with minus 1, it becomes minus 27. So thus the sequence is a1, a2, a3 is minus 1, 8, minus 27, which is your required sequence. Now let's start the part number 3. An equal to 3n plus 5, and we have to find the first three terms. So that's why we put n equals to 1, n equal to 2, and n equals to 3. So when we put the n equals to 1, it gives you a1 equal to 3 multiply 1 plus 5. How? Here comes 1, because we replace the n with 1. So 3n becomes 3 multiply 1. So 3 multiply 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8. Now put n equals to 2. So a2 equals to 3 multiply 2, 6, 6 plus 5, 11. And now for n equals to 3, a3 equals to 3 multiplied 3, 9, 9 plus 5, 14. Thus the sequence is a1, a2, a3 equals to 8, 11, 14, which is your required sequence of this part. Now part number 4, an equals to n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 5, and we have to put n equals to 1, 2 and 3. So when we put n equals to 1, 2 and 3, it becomes a1 equal to 1 plus 1 divided by 2 into 1 plus 5. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 multiply 1, 2 plus 5, 7. So 2 over 7 is your first term. For the next term, we put n equal to 2. So when we put n equals to 2, it becomes a2 equal to 2 plus 1, 3, 2 multiply 2, 4 plus 5, 9. So 3 over 9. Now we cancel with the help of 3. So 3 1 ja 3, 3 3 ja 9. So 1 over 3 is your required answer. Now put n equals to 3. So it becomes a3 is equal to 3 plus 1, 4, 2 multiply 3, 6 plus 5, 11, 4 over 11. Thus the sequence is a1, a2, a3 equal to 2 over 7, 1 over 3, 4 over 11, which is your required answer of the part number 4. Now let's start the part number 5. an equals to 1 divided by 2n minus 1 whole square. So for n equals to 1, it becomes a1 equal to 1 divided by 2 into 1. 2 multiply 1, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 square is 1. Now for n equals to 2, it becomes a2 equal to 1 divided by 2 multiply 2. 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 whole square is 9. And for n equals to 3, we get a3 equal to 1 divided by 2 multiply 3 is 6, and 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 whole square is 25. Thus the sequence is 1, 1 over 9, 1 over 25, which is your required answer of the part number 5. Now let's start the part number 6. For an equals to n plus 3. For n equal to 1, we put the n equal to 1, so it becomes 1 plus 3, 4. And for n equals to 2, we put 2 here, so 2 plus 3 is 5. And when we put 3, 3 plus 3 is 6. So your required answer is 4, 5, 6. Part number 7. an equal to 1 over 3 power n. So for n equal to 1, we get a1 equals to 1 over 3 power 1. So 1 over 3. For n equals to 2, we get a2 equal to 1 over 3 whole square, because n is the power of 3, so 3 square is 9. And for n equals to 3, a3 equal to 1 over 3 cube, so it becomes 1 over 27, because 3 cube is 27. Thus the sequence is a1, a2, a3 is 1 over 3, 1 over 9, 1 over 27, which is your required answer of the part number 7. Part number 8. an equals to 3n minus 5. So for n equal to 1, we get a1 equals to 3 multiply 1 minus 5. 3 multiply 1, 3. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. Now, for n equal to 2, we get a2 equal to 3 multiply 2, 6. 6 minus 5, 1. Now, for n equal to 3, we put here 3, or we can say that we replace the n with 3. So, it becomes a3 equal to 3 multiply 3, 9. 9 minus 5, 4. Thus, the sequence is a1, a2, a3 are minus 2, 1 and 4. Now question number 9. An equals to n plus 1 into a n minus 1. For n equals to 2. Now, here we don't use the n equal to 1. Why? Because in our question we had an equals to n plus 1 into a n minus 1, and we also have the value of a1, means first term is given and we have to find the second term and third term. So simply we put the n equals to 2. So when we put the n equal to 2, it becomes a2 equal to 2 plus 1 multiply a2 minus 1. Now 2 plus 1, 3. 2 minus 1, 1. Now that is equal to 3a1, and a1 is 1, which is given in your question. A1 is given, so here A1 is equal to 1. So that's why we use here 1. Now 3 multiply 1 is 3. Okay. Now when you put the n equals to 3, it becomes A3 equal to 3 plus 1, 4. And here is 3 minus 1, 2. Now 4 multiply A2, and we know that this A2 is equal to 3. Here is A2 equal to 3. So that's why I will put here 3. 4 multiply 3 is 12. So A3 is 12. Thus the sequence is A1, A2, A3 are 1, 3, 12. Now let's start the question number 2. In question number 2, we have 2 plus 2, 6, 11, 17, and we have to find the 8th term. A8 means we have to find 8th term. Then we have the first, second, third and fourth term. So now, here we see that first term is 2, second term is 6. So 2 plus 4 is 6. It means the difference between first term and second term is 4. Now let's check what is the difference between second term and third term. So the difference between second term and third term is 5. 6 plus 5 is 11. And third term and fourth term have the difference 6. 11 plus 17. 11 plus 6 is 17. Okay. Now, it means between first two term we have 4 difference. Second and third have the 5. Third and fourth have the 6. So, if we add the 4 in first number, we get second. If we add 5 in second number, we get third. If we add 6 in third number, we get fourth number. So now we add the 7 in fourth number, so we get fifth number. Okay. As here we have the first number is 2. Now 2 plus 1 plus 4 is 6. Okay, and 6 plus 1 plus 5 is 11. Now 11 plus 6 is equal to 17. Now 17 plus 7. Here we add the 4, 5, 6, 7. Now 17 plus 7 is 24. Okay. Now 24 plus 8. Now we add the 8, so it becomes 32. And 32 plus 9 equals to 41. Okay. And 41 plus 10 equals to 51. Now 2 is the first term, second term, third term, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8th term is 51. Okay. So our required answer is 51, which is your required answer. Very simple exercise. Now find the terms indicated in the following sequence. It means now we have to find the 7th term. Okay. Now again, we have the first term is 1. Okay. Now 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Now second term is 3. Okay. Now 3 plus 3 plus hurry up, 3 plus 9. 3 plus 9 is 12. And 12 plus 48 is 60. So now, in this question, we cannot make the sequence with the help of addition. So the difference is not equal. So that's why now we adopt some other method. First term is 1. Second term is 3. So it means we multiply 1 with 3. So that is equal to 3. Now 3 multiply 3. 3 multiply 4 is 12. Now 12 multiply 5 is equal to 60. It means here we have the first term 1. Now we multiply first term with 3. So we get second term 3. Now we multiply second term with 4. So we get next term 12. Now we multiply 12 with 5. So we get 4 term 60. Now we multiply fourth term with 6. So that is equal to 360. Now 360 multiply with 7. So we get 2520. Now 2520 multiply 8. That is equals to 20160. That is the 7th term. Very simple question. We multiply first term with 3. So we get second term. Now we multiply second term with 4. We get third term. We multiply third term with 5. We get fourth term. We multiply fourth term with 6. We get 5 term. We multiply fifth term with 7. We get sixth term. We multiply sixth term with 8. So we get 7th term. So A7 is 20,160. Now 1, 1 over 3, 1 over 9, 1 over 27. Find the A6. Okay. We know that in numerator we have 1. So it means we check denominator. In denominator, we have here 1 multiply 3 multiply 3 multiply 3. It means if we multiply 1 multiply 3, that is equals to 3. Second term, now for third term, we multiply second term with 3, that is equal to 9. For fourth term, we multiply third term with 3, that is equals to 27. Okay, now next is for fifth term, we multiply fourth term with 3, that is equals to 51, that is equal to 51. Now 51, 81. Now we multiply 81 with 3. So it becomes 243, which is your sixth term. Okay. Now we write 243 in denominator and numerator we not add. We write here 1. So it remains 1. Very simple. Now part 4. Minus 1, 1, 3, 5. Okay. Now minus 1 plus 2. Here we can say that minus 1 is the first term. For second term, we add the 2. So that is equals to 1. For third term, add again 2, then it's equal to 3. For fourth term, we add the 2 in third term. So that is equals to 5. For the next term, we add 2 in previous term. So we get 7. For the next term, we add 2 in previous term. So we get 9. Okay. Again, add the 2 in 9. That is equal to 11 equals to 13. And 13 equals to 2. 13 plus 2 equal to 15, which is your required answer. Simple. Okay. So A9 is 15. We add 2 in all the terms, so we get the next term. If we add 2 in previous term, simply we get the next term. So very simple questions. Question number 5. 1 over 3, 2 over 5. It means in numerator we add 1, 1, 1, 1, and in denominator we add 2. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, and in denominator 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 2, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. So A5 is 5 over 11, which is your required answer. Part number 6, 1 minus 3, 5 minus 7. We have to find A9 again. Here we add the 1 plus 4. Okay. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Okay. And now minus 3 plus 8 is 5. Okay. Or you can say that we solve this 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. Now 5 plus 4 is equal to 9, and 9 plus 4 is equal to 13, and 13 plus 4 is equal to 17. Okay. Now we find the term first and first term, third term, fifth term, seventh term, and ninth term, odd numbers terms. Now we can find the even number terms. So for the even, we have here -3, okay, second term, fourth term, -3 -4 equal to -7, -7 -4 equal to -11, and -11 -4 equal to -15. Okay, so this sequence is the combination of these two sequences. For the odd number terms, 1, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, we follow this sequence. And for the even number terms, we follow this sequence. For odd numbers, we add 4 in previous number. And for even numbers, we add -4 in previous terms. So we get this complete sequence now. Ninth term is 17, which is your required answer. Okay. Now, if you have any problem or any questions related to today's topic only, you can ask me for the question.